Give an individual the opportunity to come. We're back on. Sorry about that. So we were saying, we were saying how it's very important to make the wife number one. If we do not do that, and yet we do everything else, like he's saying, no matter what you're going to give her, all gifts, holidays, vacations, whatever it is, she's not gonna still feel number one, and it's gonna be breakdown of a relationship. It says.
You mentioned the in-laws.
Yes. Yes.
Let's say your mother-in-law keeps getting into your life.
Yes.
Why don't you just tell my wife?
You knock her out. Yes.
What do you mean knock her out?
We spoke. I mean, you get her out of the situation.
How do I get her out?
So you have to get a third party involved. You get a third party involved, and then you slowly, you push. In fact, look, there was a couple that I was working with. She was okay with the mother-in-law, but the father-in-law she couldn't take, and because of this, it created a lot of shalom bayit problems. So I told the guy, I said, listen, your father's a little bit nasty. He says things, he doesn't know what he's saying, and he doesn't mean it. It's just that he's an old Bukharian guy.
Right.
So after a couple of months working, he got the courage to tell his father, Papa, please, this is my wife, please don't say anything to her that's gonna offend her. You're offending her.
But in the situation of a husband?
One second. The husband is getting offended.
Yeah, he's annoyed.
Okay. So what happened was, she felt unbelievable. She felt, wow, finally my husband is standing up to me, and they start going less to the father's house. You understand? So he called me today actually and asked me, listen, what do? I feel like I'm getting distance from my father. I said, not a problem. That's okay. You know why? Because the most important thing in your life is your wife and your kids. This is the life that we're starting right now. This is the person you're going to live with for the next 50 years, 60 years, I don't know how many years, right? This is the person you're going to, live eternally with. Is it your soul and her soul? We spoke about it today in the morning class. Is one soul that is in two different bodies. And today in the class, I said, if there's a problem with the in-laws, with the mother, with the father, guess what? Respectfully, you leave them and you go. And one guy who was 65, 7 years old, you know what he said to me today? He was like this. I said, what did I say? You're going like this. What you said, get rid of them. He knows. He's a father-in-law. This
But
guy.
how are you going to get rid of them?
Oh.
I'm going to tell my wife, get rid of your mom?
No,
he's talking about
So,
his mother.
I know. No, he's talking about her mother. Yeah. He's talking about her mother.
Okay.
She's involved in a marriage.
But
So you slowly and nicely get a third party involved, and you tell them, listen, you're causing shalom bayit problems. I did that to one mother. You know what she said? No problem. I will take myself away in order for them to have a good life. She says, I won't see my son in order for my daughter-in-law and the son. This is a woman with a brain.
What about just
It's
work
a-
on yourself? Why do you
it's
have
a-
to distance yourself? Why just
Who
work
has
on
to work on
yourself?
herself? The mother has to work on herself?
Parents have to
She's
work on
55, 60 years old. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't understand. She comes from Uzbekistan. She doesn't understand these things. You understand? So it's hard to get to them. Yeah, if that's the ideal case. That's the ideal case. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen in our society. You understand? So that's why we have to learn. We, as young parents, right, who tomorrow are going to be in-laws, right? We're going to be the father-in-law. Our wife is going to be the mother-in-law. We have to practice now not to do that to them. Mm-hmm. And I told you that my son, married 3 years, I've been in his house two or maybe three times. In three. I love it. You know why? I know he's having a perfect time. They're welcome to our house. You understand? Anytime they want, they're welcome. And they come, they bring the baby, whatever. But as far as going there, it's off limits. You have nothing to do there. No, it's very good. It's my son's house. And I will come when he invites me. And you know what? If he doesn't invite me for the next 50 years, you know what I'm going to think? Malazets. Why? His wife is top priority. That's it. I did my share already.
So from the son's side, the parents coming to the house is not so simple. But if your wife's parents constantly come into the house, that's cool.
Yes.
cool.
First of all, it does happen in our things.
Very frequent.
Now, generally, you be quiet. Why? Because she needs the mother. This help, that help, babysitting. If it's causing a problem, you get a third party involved and you speak to the parents. You get somebody older in their generation, right? To explain to them, listen, I'm also a parent. Let me explain to you what happens. You want them to live happily ever after. You don't want to get involved. If she doesn't understand, then we'll have to send the mafia on her. No, I'm just kidding.
But then Jude Bozik.
No, it's a problem. He says, petty complaints that wives have against their husbands are frequently expressions of frustrations that they themselves don't know how to express. They want to be top priority and they're not. In such a situation, the wife will have grievances about her husband all the time. She complains about his tardiness, about that he doesn't help her with the dishes. Lo and behold, he comes home on time and even does the dinner, the dishes, and she's still complaining. She complains that she doesn't have enough money for the household expenditures, and he gives her money. Yet she still complains. Why? As long as he continues to treat her any less than the most important thing in his life, she'll continue to complain no matter what he does or what he gives her. I wish I can videotape every conversation I have with all these couples. It's all the same. Textbook cases, every one of them. And you know each one said, no, my wife, she's different. No, my case, it's a different case. And you know what? It's the same case over here. So he's saying, she's complaining about money, he gives her money. She's complaining about he does everything. You know what's the problem? He doesn't make her number one. So if she's not number one, guess what? She's gonna complain about the weirdest things. But if she's number one, you're king.
No problem.
We have people in this room that if they want, they can say, I know them personally, that they can vouch for the fact that when they were not doing their job, they were a mop. Now that they're doing the job, the wife says, you know what, Johnny Kima, please go sit, go enjoy, I got it, leave me alone, da-da-da. Before, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Why?
Vнимание.
It's exactly, it's a very bad vнимание. How do you say
kids,
that in English?
kids.
How do you say that in English, vнимание?
Attention.
Attention. It's bad attention. I'd rather take bad attention than no attention. You understand what I'm saying?
exactly.
I'll take bad attention, and that's what the kids do to us. We don't pay attention to them. What do? They act out. Yes, detention. Please come to the office. They love it. Why? No, my father's coming to me. My father's coming to me. Yeah, he's gonna hit me. I don't care, but he's giving me attention. You come in. Yeah, he gets it by his head, and deep inside, that finally my father's giving me some attention. You understand what I'm saying? And you know what? The wife is the same thing. When you start arguing with her, you know what she's saying? Finally, he starts giving me attention. Bad attention, The gains that a husband will attain, both on a spiritual and a material level, defy description. Once a husband gets to the root of his marital problems and makes his wife first place, the nagging, the complaining will disappear, as well as the petty requests and the demands on his time. The husband will feel the benefit of enhanced siyata deshmaya, or divine assistance, and will succeed in whatever he does. In such a situation, when he realizes that his success and happiness depend on her feelings of matrimony, of marital security, he'll be happy to drop anything in order to fill this need. Yeah? A woman needs to feel that I am secure, that my husband's got my back, that he is always with me. I was telling a guy about an hour ago that she wants you to be her strong man, her wall. She wants you to be, financially secure. She wants to be emotionally. She wants to feel like she wants to rely on you. I want to rely on him only. And what does he do? He puts her in last place. Everybody else is first. And she's like, but how? I tell her, I say, you're the most important thing in my... This keep closed. You got to do action. And the action is how you treat her, as far as, she doesn't want to go to the parents' house, you forcing her to go. That's already not number one. You understand? She doesn't want to do something, you forcing her to do it. That's already not number one. You understand? And all the nagging, all the complaints become because of this. He says, what so many husbands fail to understand is that a wife doesn't need to tie her husband to her apron strings. That's what a lot of us feel, right? Whoa, what am I, a goat? Yeah? He said, on the contrary, she functions a lot better when she has her space and he's not breathing down her neck. A wife doesn't like to be under constant scrutiny. It makes her nervous. But when she feels that she's less than first priority in her husband's life, she'll demand that he spend more time at home. Gzeti, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yo, leave me alone. I'm stuck in traffic. What do you want from me? Yeah? Also, she'll come up with long list of complaints about her husband. The fact is that she's grabbing at straws because she doesn't know how to express what's really bothering her. Even when he does what she says, she'll still not be happy. Why? Because of the fact that she's not number one, she doesn't know what's going on with her. You understand? She's feeling a lack, yeah? And therefore this lack is not letting her live a normal life. So therefore she has all these kind of mood swings, and she doesn't know herself. Why is it causing? You know what? Sometimes she'll tell you, I don't know, I feel empty. I feel like I'm nobody to you. I feel like you don't take me anywhere. Meanwhile, you're like, what do you mean? I took you out the other day. You know, we went out to a wedding
Meaningless.
together. Meaning, even if you do take her, you still, meaningless, right? Oh, that's what you meant? Meaningless, right? It's meaningless. Why? When you take her out, you're busy with the waitress. Hey, how are you? Listen, but Colombiana. See, okay, yeah. And you're busy there, and you're busy there. And she's thinking, Durak, where's the? You know, I'm saying, I used to. Why I'm saying, because I used to be the devone, you know. And then I used to cover up like, you don't understand, professional treatment. You know, you tell them, a couple words in Spanish. They all baloney. It's like, I'm here. You brought me over here. You talk to me. Look at me. You understand? Mm-hmm. We go to events and everything. What do? With this boy, that boy. Hey, business. She's in there.
I don't know, sometimes they're boring.
Who, the wives?
Talk to sometimes.
You know when they're boring? When you have no relationship with them. I noticed that I can talk to my wife for hours now. Before, I could not understand what to talk to her about. She was majorly boring. I was the exciting one, and she was majorly boring. Now, huh?
They like when you leave at a wedding, you go out with the boys.
You know what she's telling you? She is so upset at you
She's talking to their
that
girls.
she doesn't want to know. If she's talking to girls, okay, that's understandable. But a lot of times, they want to have you right next. They want to feel,
my man
this,
is
this is my man.
She tells you it's okay to leave, then she.
It depends. If she has her friends, like she has her
She's
friends.
alone at home.
Oh, she tells you go.
As long as you help her with the kids. That's
It's a big problem. There's a big issue. You have to find out what's going on. Yeah. Communication breakdown says what so many. Oh, we did this right. Wife doesn't right. Breathing down. Okay. Naturally, the husband has no idea about what his wife wants. He feels frustrated. He says to himself, "Hey, I do everything. I don't know. Whatever she asks, I do. What more does she want? Nothing I do satisfies her." Many of us are like this, yeah? He says oftentimes he tells her in her face. Then an argument erupts. Yeah? To justify herself, the wife looks for another reason to complain. Because once again, she doesn't know how to vocalize what's really upsetting her. She's unhappy, but can't put the finger on what's going on. Same thing, by the way, with the criticism. Criticism is such a broad thing that it comes from so many different angles, yeah? From a simple thing like saying, why you get so many red light cameras, or speeding tickets, right? Or bus lane, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's coming. At the end of the day, it's coming. So what do you do to her? Sweetie, huh? Again, there's something, I love it. There's something wrong there. There's something wrong there.
Yeah, she
So
doesn't see the camera.
no,
Waves.
you're right. But you have to understand what's going on. There's always an underlying issue. So a lot of the a lot.
Empty out your pocket.
Yeah, you know why? Because he's such a this. I couldn't care about him. I want him to spend the money.
Maybe she's just careless.
No.
It's not careless.
A lot.
It's just out to lunch.
Right, they just,
Many times
She
they
hits
know.
your car,
But I'm
okay, I'm
saying,
sorry.
regardless of what it is, you gotta know how to tell her. If you come in, I don't understand. I don't understand. How many tickets you gonna get? You tell me, how many tickets you get? Is it normal that Monday you went on that road, right? Tuesday on the same road you get a ticket? Wednesday again? Oh, so that's a different class. For now, we don't say it.
How do you know what's a comment?
Yeah.
What's
So almost everything that is derogatory or not about her looks and everything that you want to comment on her is considered a criticism.
If it's not a compliment, it's a compliment.
Exactly. Almost everything. Yeah. Even I'm telling you, I'm catching myself doing comments that are just like, like hit in the face. Like even why is that? That's interesting color. And let's say she did it, right? No. Yeah. You know what you're telling her? What kind of wings did you do? What is that? It looks like burnt stuff. Come on.
Okay, that I understand.
Yeah.
That's a little too hard.
Okay, so but you didn't say anything. You just mentioned about the color. The smell affects me. You got to see how you say. So what? I know. I always say me.
So if it's
If
something you don't like to
if I don't like, you know what I say? I say, sweetie, I can't. I'm a little bit queasy, and she knows I get like that. So she okay. No, but if I say I don't like that, now you know what I said? that she doesn't know how to
Pushed
cook
her
good.
away.
Huh?
Pushed her away.
Exactly. Meaning, I don't like that. Yeah, it's not. It makes me feel, whatever. That's good stuff, but I can't, it makes me feel not good.
What if it's something not specifically that she's making, just generally you don't like that?
Her cooking.
Grishka or borscht.
Very nice, very nice. You're gonna learn how to like it. No. It says like this. He says,
Glatai.
she tries to. So we said about the criticisms. Because of the fact that criticism comes from such a wide angle, the woman feels so bad and empty that she'll start doing things out of the ordinary. And the guy, now when you tell him, listen, it's because of the criticism, he's like, well, I don't criticize at all. Yeah, and then when you tell him, listen, he's like, yeah, but those are facts. What do you mean? Those are facts. How do you go to sleep, leaving everything on the stove and go to sleep? Box, this, that. It's all gonna go to the garbage. So you know what I tell him? Throw it to the garbage. Or leave it alone. She'll throw it to the garbage. It's none of your business.
No, you don't.
But
You don't
one-
advise the
one
guy
second.
to roll up his sleeves.
Oh,
again.
yeah, but let's say he didn't. Roll up his sleeves. Yeah, you did.
He's looking at it. Be like,
Yeah.
Eileen fell
By the way,
asleep again.
my wife went to work out, right? The Y. And I ate, and there was some plates. So before I came, I just washed the plate, put it in there.
No problem.
You understand? Again, a little bit of help. Yeah, no biggie.
I'll give you an example. Practical example. Let's say it's Friday night.
Yeah.
She had a hard, long day.
I always put in the refrigerator.
So let's say she's like, I'm gonna put my head down for a minute.
I always put in the
So,
refrigerator.
good night.
Yeah, no. Here we have to be a little bit of men. Listen, she did her job. It's not an easy thing to do. You guys, one day you guys stay on a Friday.
I'm the one that puts the food in the
Beautiful. But if you stay on a Friday and try to do whatever they're doing, it's a pretty difficult thing. Yeah, the multitasking over there, something in the oven right there. Oh, Berlin, it burned. Yo, my yo. Huh? No, you see what I mean?
Это терапия.
Yeah.
Поверь мне.
Oh, you helping me? Wow, that's not. I like it. I like it. By the way, are you ready to repeat what you told me this morning or no? No, I want to put you on the video. Can you say that? Are you have it or no?
voice.
No, face. See, think it over. I liked what you said. It was a very good thing.
So I don't work Fridays because of this.
Very
Short
good.
days.
So you're a good man. You're a good man. But remember what we said right here. You could be a good man, but if you don't put her number one, guess what?
That's called putting her number
Your good man is garbage. No. Putting her number one is not, I stay on Friday, but I force her to go to my father's house that she hates. I stay on Friday and I wash the dishes and everything, but I don't protect her from my sister who talks nasty to her. I take her to the vacation or whatever, and this and that. But when things come at work and she needs me, I'm like, listen, leave me alone. I cannot talk to you right now. So these things, you're thinking, okay, so I got 80% over here, 30% over here, so I'm still 50% up. It doesn't work like that. Zero. It zeroes out, and she's thinking, what? He's the worst man in the world. Why? Because he doesn't keep me number one. That's what he's saying.
You do put her first. You don't make a scene. You pull the person aside. And you tell the person, listen, I don't like the fact how you speak to my wife.
Very nice.
But you're not.
But she's telling you, I don't like to go to your father's house. She's telling you in your face.
You don't go?
You don't go. Absolutely. Why? Your father doesn't know how to talk to her.
Well, what if you tell him you talk to her nice?
And he's going to be nice? Then the barometer is her. If you say, listen, I spoke to my father, let's go. And she goes, and next time says, we're going again. You're good. We're never going to go again. Yes, ma'am. Why? Why should she feel terrible? She's a human being. We have to at least, and yes, we had a side that said, what if we go to their house? Same thing. But a man is a little bit different than a woman. If a man gets bashed, hey, he's there or whatever. We don't take it really personally unless you have female characteristics, and sometimes you have to work on that, and we do take it personally. But a woman cannot handle that. She cannot handle that from her husband. Imagine from somebody else who happens to be her husband's, relatives. And if it's the father, you know what happens? Why? This father is terrible to her. Now, when you go home, you are going to be a little bit bad. Guess what? She's thinking, oh, this guy is the worst. He's like his father. And now she's got two people she hates. Why? Because that's his son. You understand? And it's like, it creates a... So imagine, when you're in bed together, you know what she's thinking? I'm with his father. That's the worst thing. Yeah, no joke at all. She in her mind, she's got her father-in-law, right, which she hates, in the bed. Why? He acts exactly like him. That's why she'll make every excuse not to be with him.
What if she loves her father?
Oh, then that's different.
Respects him.
Very good. That's different. Alavai, that should be the case. He says, we now have a classic communication breakdown. The wife has grievances. The husband can't understand what she's complaining about. Both are miserable. This is a type of volatile situation that leads to marital crisis, God forbid. That's all of us right here. No, my wife is different. Yes, because of the fact that you never treated her number one, and you constantly criticize her and give her, constructive criticism for her to be, I want her to be a good mother. I want her to be, how is she going to know how to treat my kids?
Tzniut.
Imagine, tzniut, yeah, I got to teach her how to dress. Yeah, I got to teach her, yeah, listen, I got to teach her how to take care of my kid. But you think she doesn't know? She's a mother, Yomayo. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Yeah, let her do what she does. Mistakes, let her do the mistakes. She'll learn from the mistakes, He says, even if the couple goes to a counselor or mediator, they merely succeed in attaining a ceasefire until the next skirmish. The only way to solve the problem and break the spiral of complaints and communication breakdown and marital strife is for the husband to give his wife the security that she's the most important thing in his life. And this was me right here. For 25 years, I went to rabbi, shmabbai, you name it. And you know what it was? Ceasefire. Okay, put your guns down. It wasn't throw out the guns. Put the guns down, right? And as soon as we got to the office, I'm thinking, okay, when is she going to shoot me? So I can take out my gun and start shooting her. You understand? That's how it was. That's how it was. Ceasefire. So you think anybody told me, my friend, you know what you're doing? You don't put her number one. You don't. Yes, for your mother, you'll go to Costco and this and that whenever your mother says, Johnny Papesh, Johnny Dede, Johnny Anish, yes, I need milk, I need what do we do? Old mother, right?
Babe, I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back. Ishokak, right? When she says I need Costco, maybe in 2 weeks I'll get it for her. You know what? In their minds, you know what that is? Wow, that's crazy.
What if you don't do that?
One second. And then you say, yo, she hates my mother. Of course she hates your mother. Because for your mother, you do anything right away. Da, mamichka. How do we talk to mama? Yeah, mamichka. Yes. Yeah, mama. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When she says that, da pashla te kuda, when she says something, right? So you think she doesn't know? See, these are the kind of things they hear. So you don't have to show them you're number one or whatever. They have a barometer. I'm either number one, I'm in last place. So most of our wives right now, they're in last place. We have to, come to the conclusion, if they're number one, they will never ever think of divorcing you or doing anything to jeopardize the marriage. Impossible. That's what they live for. They will never cheat on you. They will never cheat you. They will never disrespect you. They'll show, why? How could I do that to my husband who treats me number one? There'll be some issues. You know what they'll say? Like recently, my wife, I'll be honest, I failed on Saturday because Rabbi Chaim called me, says, you need to speak to this individual. Okay, I tried to call him Thursday. He, bounced me, I'll call you right back. Friday, I'll call you right back. Saturday, I called him, I'll call you back. Something else, this guy's, he's bouncing me around, right? So my wife was talking to me, and the guy calls. So like an idiot, I pick up the phone, and I'm like, hey, how are you? How's everything? And I'm doing my way down to the base so I can talk to him. She's like, I'm talking to you. I was like, telling her, yeah. Why? Oh Hashem, no upsetness. She wrote me a text, that was not nice what you did to me.
Open ass.
Yeah, I was talking to you. You could have told him, hold on. Yeah, you could have heard me out. And then you could have went to whatever he said. She's right, 100%. But you see, my thing was, if I don't catch this guy right now, he put this. I lost him again for 3 days, So, do we mess up? Yes. But when we have a decent relationship, she'll tell you nice text. You know what you do? Yes, my love, you're right. Big emoji heart, kiss like that. Boom. So, ushlo, zabila. You understand? Right? What do we used to do back in the fact? Да, что ты? Я не понимаю. Okay, big deal. Мне позвонили, or whatever. They call me, yeah. We make all the excuses. By the way, they hate it with a passion when you start doing, what do you call that? When you start proving that you're right. How do you call that? Defense. Yeah. Defending yourself. They hate it, even though you could be right. They hate the defense mechanism. And you know what? When they feel they're losing in the defense mechanism, you know what happens? All hell breaks loose. That's when you tell her it's black, and she says, no, it's red. It's black. Yeah. You go like this. Listen, This is white, right? She, nope, it's red. Guys, this is white. Everybody, white. That's red. And that's when you're gonna think, yo, she lost it. She lost it. She didn't lose it. She is fighting for her honor because she sees you want to overpower her. You understand? And when you overpower her, she's devastated. So that's why never go overpower. You always have to be like, okay, Janikima. Why? It's better to be happy in bed than
No bad.
not happy and suffering and thinking, Berlin, where am I? You understand? Where am I? You hear? So he says, a successful husband needs a good measure of foresight. Without it, he's a loser. For example, suppose the wife asks for an hour of his time to go shopping together. Yeah? Well, we're all in this, right? Honey, I want to come with you shopping. You're like, take the kids, take the car. I mean, I don't know, leave me alone. You know, go. How much money you need? Just go. No. Yeah? He says what? He grumbles and refuses, failing to understand why she can't go to the supermarket by herself. She feels slighted. By the way, this is also the number one, right? She wants to go with you. She's thinking, for her right now, this shopping is the prime thing. And I want my husband to be there. Now you're thinking, I got other... Whatever. Food shopping, clothes shopping, yeah? My wife, you know, we go shopping. You know how we go? I say, you go that way, I go this way. Because you go to the ladies section. I need men's section. I'm not going to sit there and, you know, I can't. Yeah. You like this, you like that, you like this. Like 50 things that I go to. How do you do that? Yeah, you know, after second pants, I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I don't need anything. I'll stay with my pants that I have for 3 years. Forget about it, you know? Yeah, he says, to go to the supermarket by herself. She feels slighted. For other things are more important to him than she is. With all the tension, arguments, and damage control that follows, he loses 10 hours, sometimes more, days. Why? Should have just went 1 hour. Yeah? I don't know if you guys ever...
It's never an hour. It's like 3 hours.
I don't know if you ever were in this situation, but this is the wife giving you a goodbye hug, right? When you're just about to go and you don't have no time, and you're like, she gives you a hug, right? And you're thinking already, oh my God, it's already 3 hours that she's hugging me, right? And you want to go, and she's like holding you, right? And I used to be like, I gotta go. Why?
Big mistake.
You know what this is called? You always push me away. Yo, mayo. What? Yeah, you always reject me. God.
Yeah.
Huh?
If they
What
do
do they
that
do
to
to
you,
you?
No, I'm saying, oh, they do that to you? You I don't know. I haven't met these kind of women, but if you have this type of woman, you're good hands, you know? Because, no, something over there is also a problem. But you know when they get you? Mama's when you gotta go. Like, it's like...
I mean,
what?
if the wife doesn't want
I
you,
know
it's
it's
a
not her,
problem.
huh?
If the wife doesn't want you, it's a problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's
doesn't
true.
like you.
But you're right. It's, by the way, that's the answer.
She doesn't
And
like you.
she really likes you, but there's something you're doing that she just cannot stand it. You know, you should say, standard operating procedure, a wife loves her husband very much so. We push them away with our mouth, with the fact that we don't put them number one. You understand? And if you see this, you got to start working on yourself. Because really, she wants to be glued on you. You know, most women just want to be glued on you. And if she's telling you, hello, you know, she's just, there's something over there that's really, yeah, something's not right. Yeah, so imagine, it says 1 hour he gave, 2-3 days he's doing damage control. With a little foresight, he'd have gladly granted her the hour of time, the 2 hours, the 3 hours. But imagine 3-4 days.
You're gonna argue in the grocery store.
Huh? Why?
It takes too long. So it's better to stay home.
You hear what
avoiding the
you hear what he
problem.
just said? He just said it's all Hashem. Hashem wants you to work on your patience. See, one thing we're lacking is that all of us have a wife and we all have the same issue. Why is that? You know why is that? Because it's not the wife. Hashem says, you need patience, you need to work on your character, I need to work on my character, he needs to work on, we
They don't need to work on it?
Because it's always
they,
perfect.
you know what? Because they, as soon as you change, they're all of a sudden, it's like, all of a sudden they become good.
What about Adam and Chava? He was bad, so she had to eat
Yes.
forbidden fruit
Yeah.
and put him down.
He had a certain thing that he should have listened to Hashem. You understand? Hashem wanted a different thing from him. You understand?
Perfect before that.
Who?
Adam and Chava.
They were, but Hashem wanted to test him. And he failed the test. You know what was his test?
His wife's fault.
No.
He
Yeah.
listened to his wife.
No. That was not the test. The test was what? He did listen to his wife, but he should have said, my fault. It's my fault. And he didn't say it's my fault. He said, like all of us are saying still to this day, it's right here. You see that? You see that wife right there? You see that? Huh?
He blamed his wife.
Yeah.
It's the wife you gave me.
You know, the test of eating the apple was not a test. That Hashem orchestrated. He wouldn't have passed that test. Hashem knew that.
Okay, so then
The real test, what?
so he knew it already.
Absolutely. The real test, you know what was? He wanted him to say, I'm a man. My fault. But what do? Each one of us here, first thing they tell me on the phone, she's got a major problem. You got to help me out with her. She's got a major problem. She does have a major problem. But who created that problem? I created that problem. You created that problem. He created the problem. He created the problem. And then we say what? She's the problem. Well, now she is the problem. But we have to take it on our hands that what? We could fix the problem. I guarantee you right now, if we put money down, like $1 million, right? And the worst person that you hate, I don't know who that is, but we all have that, right? I have to listen. $1 million, you have 3 days to make sure you're friends with him. Ibi yomayo. I don't know which one of us would not go and be friends with him. You'll find. Как миленький пойдешь, брат. $1 million cash. What are you talking about? Ibi, what do you say? See, that was a lie. That was a lie. $1 million. What are you talking about? What? Yeah. You'll do anything and everything. You'll talk to him nice. You'll this. You'll that. Why? Because there's money involved. Here we have eternity involved. Eternity. You know what that is? Huh?
And money.
Money also, because it's going to save you a lot of money. He says,
Make you a lot of money.
absolutely. He says a husband should definitely not insist on being right. And most of us, what? We want to be right.
What about when we're actually right?
Do be wrong? Yes. What? Yes. You know why? You know why? Exactly. At the end, it's
What if
peace.
It's your name or reputation on the line?
Stop it. What reputation? Some avocados you messed up, whatever, and it was no, you know what I'm saying? Most of the thing, it's not a real estate deal that's going to go on. I have to, it's a wife. It's a wife. She said something, you said something. You want to prove to her, listen, in this fight, I was right. And you know what? I agree with you. Many of the fights, you are right. They cannot take that. So the fact that they cannot take that, we just forget about being right. Let's just do the right thing.
Child, so I have 3 daughters.
Absolutely. You want to call 3 daughters? Absolutely. Guy right now, he says, what if this is child play? I said, yeah. If you want to call child play, call child play. He says, arguments show that he doesn't value her opinion. Again, you said, I keep her number 1. But if you're arguing with her, guess what? She's not number 1.
I do value her opinion.
But how? If you're arguing with her.
A good example. We're switching my daughter out to a different daycare. She doesn't like this daycare.
Yeah?
She saw one daycare that she really liked.
Good.
She asked me my opinion.
Very nice.
Honestly, Rachel, you know best.
Yes.
You're the mom,
Good.
whatever
But,
you like.
but then an hour later, you bash her.
No.
So what kind of number 1 is that? No, I'm saying, not you, but I'm saying we, right? On the one hand, we listen to her. On the other hand, we bash her. Yeah? He says over here, it means that if he does not value her opinion, she's not first place. Therefore, he should let her be the one that's right. He should let her have her say and give her the feeling that she's the one who decides and that he backs her decision. You hear? Recurrent arguments are like acid that corrodes a woman's heart. By the way, many women are like this. It's an acid eroding heart. Yeah, can you imagine that? He says, therefore, the husband must pray extensively for humility, empathy, understanding, the tools that are needed to avoid arguments, and to give her the feeling that she's the most cherished part of his life. Many women go through postpartum depression. Yeah? Unfortunately, it's not their fault. It's mamish not their fault. They don't want to go through that. So what happens? He's furious. Why? Why is she acting like that? Okay, come on, stop already. How many months can you be like that? He doesn't understand. Imagine a stomach ache, right? A person has a stomach ache, right? Can you get rid of a stomach ache? I mean, you want to not have a stomach ache, but your stomach is hurting. What are you supposed to do? You're suffering, right?
Yeah.
So you need consolation. This woman, whoever she is, right? She's suffering from, let's say, depression, from something that hurts, from some emotional whatever. We make it even worse by telling her things that are nasty and then calling her all kinds of names and sometimes even hitting her, chas v'shalom. You understand? How do you want her to function normally? Yes, she looks normal, but she's right now hurt. I told a guy, I said, listen, imagine a person has a knife wound in his chest. You walking by, all of us are gonna help him, no? Hatzala, something, we're gonna put pressure, I don't know, we're gonna do something. I said a woman, most of the time, she has a knife in her chest, right? Knife in her chest. You know what we're doing? We're taking that knife, trying to prove my point, yeah? The poor woman, how is she supposed to function as a normal woman? Are you ready for me? Are you ready for me? Because what you said was nice. Come over here, come.
Can I say it from here?
Okay, come over here, because nobody could hear you. He read something on Friday, and I just want us to understand this point. You got it?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Loud.
Okay, so since the man is the person that the woman loves the most in her life, that means that her rejection sensitivity is the strongest towards her husband, right? Because that's a fact, their ego is constantly scanning us, our facial gestures, our little right, sigh, every little nuance, they're scanning us specifically more than everybody else because we're the most important person to them.
This is just facial.
This is just facial. We're not even up to the level of them actually responding to what we say. That's already like an atomic bomb. So I came to the realization with one of my friends, every woman that is so sensitive towards you, actually you should interpret in your mind, she's actually obsessed with you. Because she's constantly scanning you for every little thing. Oh, is my husband rejecting me from how he looked at me? Is my husband rejecting me from how he sighed? Is my husband rejecting me from what he just said? He said it a little too loud. He said it a little too like this. So they're so obsessed that's why they give us such a hard time. So instead of thinking, oh, you know, she's such a this, she's such a that, I started to think to myself, you know what? This woman is just so obsessed. Like, that's how I get myself out of reacting in a way. I'm like, okay, you know what? She's so obsessed.
It's facts.
Forget about it, bro. You're so upset. Okay, you're right.
What?
That's awesome.
But it's facts. It's facts. I call them.
It's a perspective shift.
It's a perspective shift. Now I'm like, wow, she's so obsessed with me. It's like, before I would think she hates me. She's trying to get to me. She's trying to get under my skin. She's trying to do this. She's trying to do that. Now it's like my son or my daughter, they're obsessed with me, right? That's why they kick and scream. And I'm like, I know you love me. I'm not gonna respond when you have a little tantrum.
Right. But taking these words, right? This is why this is so important to her, to feel that I'm number one in your eyes. Why? I'm so obsessed with you. It's an obsession which drives him crazy. And if she doesn't get this is what he's trying to say. He got this, by the way, from a book. What was the book name?
It's called Letting Go by Faggy Ross.
Show me. Send me the whatchamacallit. I want to get it.
Book,
but I'm saying it's a psychological, psychologist who wrote on this, the mind of a person. So this is exactly what he's talking about. His basis about criticism. She's so obsessed with you, and you criticizing her. Forget. He was talking about facial gestures. Facial gestures very important. A woman hates it. Yeah, when we have these emotional like faces on us. I told the guy, I said, you could be upset, but have a smile on your face. He goes, how's that possible? I said, it's possible. You're upset about something, but you have a smile on your face.
We can do it for clients. We can do it.
Exactly. You don't have to be like this. You can be like, oh, sweetie, I'm a little bit upset. It's okay. Oh. You hear what I'm saying? So that was powerful. I heard this in the morning. Huh?
Can you tell her that you're upset?
Again, depends on what. You could tell her I'm upset. I'm a little bit upset, my love.
I'm not happy with what you told me.
Oh, better not. Why? Because now I'm not happy with what you told me. So now that means you told me something no good. So that means I'm no good.
So you gotta
Meaning
say,
she's no good.
So you have to say, I'm not happy. It hurts to hear this.
Right now, I'm a little bit in not happy mood. Why? I'm trying to figure out myself. You understand? Because look. At the end of the day, what she says or does, she's a human being, right? We have to understand her. We have to understand why she's doing this. Like the postpartum lady, right? For instance, right? Just to give an example. She's miserable inside. So if a wife feels certain thing, like she doesn't want to go to the in-laws' house, we have to understand what she's feeling. Because at the end of the day, it's a valid feeling. We have to validate the fact that she's feeling this way. she wouldn't feel like that empty-handed, without any kind of basis. So at least just understand that she feels this way and to acknowledge that. And once we acknowledge that, then maybe we can work on it. Yeah? So he says, it's better to be wise than to be right. As he said, you're going to be right, you're going to be wrong for weeks. Sometimes for months, and sometimes for years, and sometimes for decades. People get divorced because they want to be right. You understand? And they constantly want to be right, and they get divorced. Why? Because I don't want to be wrong. He says, be wise. Yeah, you could fix everything wisely. He says, despite the fact that a husband realizes the need of making her first place, the evil inclination is constantly looking for opportunities to destroy the peace in the home.
So what if you just buried this frustration constantly?
Where?
Inside
it. Oh,
it's
so.
Boom, and you just, but then you realize, I'm starting to get pissed off quicker.
Oh,
I'm just trying to suppress it.
So this concept has to be in your mind constantly. Why? If she loves, that's why she's doing it. Like a child, right? He said it right. Child, he's kicking. You know that he's doing that because he loves you. She's kicking because she loves you. I saw a woman upset on Friday. She was screaming on top of her lungs. You know what I told her? I said, yo, you love him so much. She goes, what? What are you talking about? I said, exactly what I just said. You know why? The harder she screams, the more she's saying, I love you.
You're putting me in pain.
Yeah. I don't want to feel that way because I love you. You understand?
So when she's not so loud, maybe it's not a good sign.
No. In this case, no. In this case, it's just that she was trying to prove a point. But why is she doing that? Because she loves him.
No,
If
that
not,
lady you said you called.
yeah.
Very religious, whatever guy in Main Street, and his
Yeah.
wife answered the phone. She said, "I have no problem." She hung up.
Yeah. She's that. That's
She was
it.
like dead inside.
Yeah, that's finished. That's finished. That was a dead case. That was dead. There was no way. I don't think anybody could help her because too many years went by where he just like neglected her, and that's down. But
She shut down.
But forever. But when she's screaming, when a woman is screaming, yeah, that's very good. Why? She loves him. You understand? And she's screaming. She wants him back. That's why she's screaming. If she says no, you go. I mean, that's that done deal. So she says, the Yetzer Hara will tell the husband, this time you must put her in her place. Or don't let this go without saying anything. That's my boy right there. Yeah? Or look how she's committing an outright sin. You must call her down on this issue. That's you right there. You can't let her go like that. How can you let her go like that?
She's gonna sit on my head all day.
Yeah. No, you gotta put her down right now before she goes anywhere. The Yetzer Hara seemingly justified complaints are simply tests of a husband's emunah. Here, in such a sensitive situation, he must stop and think, Hashem wants me to cherish my wife and to make her feel like she's first place. If I criticize her or argue with her, then she won't feel like that. So how can I call her down for doing something wrong? That's not what Hashem wants. By the way, she did something wrong. He doesn't say there, you think she did something wrong. She did something wrong. One guy tells me, I don't know, she's wearing this short skirt and this. I said, it's okay. I also used to go flipped out. You know what the rabbi told me? He said, my friend, her Jewishness, leave up to Hashem. First of all, it's because of you that she's doing this. Because. Atagash meisho ni pashli. Huh?
I have a filter on my phone.
No, I'm not talking about filter. It's the way you treat her. It's the way you treat her that she's putting on a mini skirt to do something for attention because something you're doing wrong. But when you're good, she's gonna be Mayor Golda. I don't know what it's a new girl. I don't know, but she's gonna be. You don't understand. Rabbi Obadiah's, very tzniut. If she's, but that's not. It's not a contention to fight. I had
What if
men.
your wife listens to you?
What?
I don't like this.
Oh, if you say nicely, Johnny Kima, we have to start talking to the wife like this, Johnny Kima. Find some kind of phrase that you are able to say, and that's you, my love, mi amor. I don't know, baby. I don't know what it is, but you know what it does? It psychologically calms them down. When she gives you a rough text, you say, yes, my love, heart emoji, kiss emoji. So, from 100% anger, it's 50%. And
Fastest forward.
exactly. He says, here's an example of how to pray for divine assistance. He says, without Hashem's help, no way you can beat the Yetzer Hara, because he's always in our mind. No. You kept quiet many times. It's building up. Now you got to give it to her. You know what? You've been good for 2 weeks. Just give it to her one time. Everything's going to be okay. Guess what?
Not till it goes
All
up.
the 2 weeks down the drain, it's like you didn't work on yourself. That's the problem we have.
No, you can't say it's all down the drain.
All down the drain. All down the drain. It depends how.
From
It
her
depends.
perspective.
Yeah.
Not the fact that you haven't been putting in the work.
No,
for 2
no.
weeks.
From her perspective, you're zero. Yeah.
But if you can get better, you get back up.
Again, that's if you built a. You're already talking that you build a foundation. Have you built a foundation?
I mean, if I screw up and I'm sincere about the fact that I
You're
screw up,
good?
then I get to pick back up.
Good. So that means you have a foundation. You've built a sort of a foundation. But many of us are we our foundation is v'takoi. You know, it's like anything we try to build on it. One long thing, boom, we're out. When you build a solid foundation, yes.
Maybe it's just my perspective. Maybe I'm just naive.
No,
Maybe
if she's letting you go, that means you have built some sort of foundation. You've been working. Listen, you've been in classes for 10 months at least. So I know there's gotta be every day comes. Yeah, it's one of the soldiers. You hear? So it's once you build the foundation. Look what it says: Master of the universe, have mercy on my wife, on my children, on me, and on all those who are dependent on me. Look what it says: depend on me. You know that our wife is dependent on me. You know that our wife, we're not realizing that. No matter how much money she makes, she really wants to be dependent on you. It's when you're a man. When you're a mujrik, she says, that's my man. But when a person is not a man, for whatever reason, however he does it, she takes over, she becomes the man and the woman. Here? He says, let me understand that my happiness and my success depends on my wife's happiness. Namely, that she feels that she's the most important part of my life. How many women can say that my husband makes me the important thing in his life? Not a lot of men. Very little men.
Do you think your wife would be honest with you if you ask her how are we doing in our marriage?
Yes.
She'll tell you?
Yes. If you're working on yourself, she will tell you. If you've been doing this, and you say, sweetie, I just wanna, how do you feel about the marriage? But don't get upset if she tells you the truth. Don't get upset.
It's a favor to her.
No. Tell her, I want you to be honest because I want to work on myself a
Very
little bit
rare
more.
How we're
case,
doing?
very rare
What's your
case.
stance on
Again,
our relationship?
when the foundation is broken, he's talking about we've been doing this. He's also been working hard, and at this point, you can say she will tell you. In fact, sometimes she will tell you without you asking because she wants to appreciate you. She wants to say, "Wow, I really want to say." And my wife has told me that a couple times. She did tell me that it was all her doing. She said, "You see how I worked on you?" I told yeah.
You just want to take
Huh? She knows about the book. But she says, you see, all the 25 years that I've been working on you, finally it's paying off.
said the phone is muted. My phone died or
The phone is muted. This is good. You got 29 still.
the phone is muted?
I'm not sure what. Don't tell me they haven't listened because everybody's here.
One person just messaged saying the phone is
Oh,
muted.
what is this? Join what? Yeah? He says, Master of the universe, have mercy on me and instill in my heart an abundance of love for my wife. Yeah, we have to ask that Hashem puts in our heart that we love our wife. A love that is greater than anything in the world. Have mercy on me so that my heart won't tempt me in any ways whatsoever. A lot of times we go off our, it's like you said something beautiful right now, yeah? Imagine 2 weeks from now, you're going to forget this. So what are you going to do? You're going to be like again, Diana, That's why I got to record it, by the way. This way I can play it right back to you. He says, help me to successfully withstand all the trials and tests that come my way in this area. People think they're going to work on themselves for 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, and everything is going to be good. No, it's an endless work and constant test. And that I will always place my wife and her needs, aspirations, and desires above everything else. Let me internalize the knowledge that this is your desire, meaning this is Hashem's desire. In your divine wisdom, let my wife feel that she's truly the most important part in my life. Yeah? This is how we have to work on ourselves to try to make our wives feel. Many of us, where's my friend over there? They're thinking, what? What kind of shit? What? She's the center of the world? What is this? What about me? How many guys say that? What about me? Well, I also have feelings. Huh? Yeah, I can't. How much could I subdue it? It's not subdue. Once you see that, wow, my relationship is really wonderful, why would I want to go back the other way? It doesn't make sense. So therefore, you let it go. I don't want to be 1 year from from today, last year. I would never want to be like that. Ever.
I just realized something.
Huh.
I realized why we look at it like this.
Huh.
If you think about it, 1,000 years ago, what was the husband-wife relationship like? The women now looked as equals to men.
They were not?
They were not.
Okay.
No, in the Jewish world, you had laws how to respect women.
Okay.
But in the secular world, women were like, they didn't have education, nothing. Now we're living in a world where everybody is,
Equal.
women are equal to men.
American
so now
Jewish
we're
march.
telling ourselves she's equal to me and she has to be like
Like a man.
Like a man.
Like a mujik.
Basically,
I hear.
meaning it goes both ways, came from there.
I hear.
If you think about it, it wasn't like that originally.
I hear what you're saying.
Он тебя все равно сейчас исправит. не
No.
переживай.
They did have a little bit of a different understanding with this whole revolution of this feminism and womanism and this and that. Unfortunately, it took the relationship to a different level, to a level that's
harder.
It's very hard. It's very hard. But you know what? It's
Let's
Hashem.
not mention also the fact that a lot of these women are working part-time or full-time
Oh, yeah,
jobs,
yeah.
plus all the responsibilities
Yeah,
they used to have
guys.
before.
Honestly,
That's why they feel
but it's hard to do that. Can you imagine when we come home?
Sometimes I have to do that after work. It's very hard.
Very hard. When you come home, you just want to relax. Can you imagine a woman coming home, even if she work 4 or 5 hours? Sometimes it's not about it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a stressful.
Mental
It's
strain.
exactly. It's a stressful. Now I gotta go home and I gotta start working again. I gotta make dinner for him. I gotta make that. I got the kids.
and then a lot of guys wonder why the wife doesn't want to be with.
Exactly.
By the time her day is done, she's already
Wow,
trapka.
you could start teaching the class. What do you got me? Next week you're a substitute, okay? So he's saying many women say, you know what? By 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm out. I can't. And he's thinking, no, what do you mean? What? We haven't been together already a couple of nights. She's like, I'm out. You want to come help? I can, try. But, you come in like a king, you eat, and that's it. It's very stressful for them. Yeah? He says, nothing must detract from Nothing must detract or compete with the wife's rightful status as number one in her husband's life. Not even a child. No Torah learning. No career. No work. No hobbies. Or the husband's rabbi or spiritual guide. Imagine, all these things are very important. All these things are very important. Torah,
Shalom bayit.
take your Gemara, put it over there. If she says no more learning, no problem. When I started working on myself, the first thing my wife said, no more learning. I said, what do you mean? I said, yep, I want you to come every day home. I said, okay. Imagine I'm teaching a class.
She's testing.
I'm teaching a class, right? In the morning I was teaching classes. I said to the Rabbi, no more. He said, just tell her. I said, the wife. He said, the wife? No problem, no more. And like that, 2 weeks. After she saw 2 weeks, right after prayer, I would come home.
Testing period.
Yeah. You know what she said?
Хайди.
Okay, Haidzi. Exactly.
You made me number one.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes. You did that to me. You did. What men say? What? Torah? What are you talking about? I'll throw you out before I throw the Torah out. Very bad. Very bad. The Torah.
That's how we think.
No, I know, but Hashem said what? Erase me from the piece of paper, from the parchment. Erase my name for Shalom Bayit. If Hashem says that, all the more so we have to do that. For Shalom Bayit.
Мы не знали это.
What do you mean,
Мы
Mitzvah?
это не знали, я тебе
No,
честно
it's
говорю.
true.
That Hashem says, erase my name?
Я не знал.
Sota?
Я думал,
Parashat Sota? No.
первый идет учение, потом же...
No. Hashem himself says, take my name out of this parchment. You know what he says? Write my name, Yud Kei Vav Kei, and then he says, erase it in the water. That's the
I
most.
didn't think. I thought Hashem was first, and then I thought also you have the mitzvah of respecting your parents.
Absolutely
which I
not.
had to change my brain also.
Respect means I don't say anything nasty to them. Respect doesn't mean I go to them. By the way, if your parent gives you a whole list of shopping, respect, we think, okay, we buy, we pay $200, $300, we bring it. No. Halakha says you must get the money from them. You know that, right? Huh? What do you mean how? Papa, you owe me
Whole
$200.
life they,
You owe me $200.
your whole life they
That's what Allah says. I'm just telling you what. If you want to give matana, no problem. But halachically, you don't have to spend your money. Let's say I don't want to. I don't have.
What if they offer you and you say no? I don't. Yeah.
Okay, that's a gift. You're giving a gift. I'm saying halachically. People think respect means no. I gotta buy and I gotta pay. Respecting your father, 100%. To tell Papa John, we cannot come today. Chigal, my wife not feeling good. I'm not feeling good. Kids not feeling good. Why are you really not going? Because he's bashing her. Next week, Papa John, I'm sorry, but this week we cannot come again. Chigal.
Yeah, he reads through the lines. And
What happened? What happened?
Still not feeling good.
She's still not feeling
How long you
good.
gonna use
You
that
do
for?
that for 4 weeks, he got it. He got it. Then one day he's gonna say, Johnny Papesh, come, shut up, Papa John.
Tell the truth.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, my wife doesn't feel comfortable. This is my wife. Now, this is the woman that you wanted me to marry. You were looking for a wife for me.
Is it okay if he calls her out in front of everyone?
Chas v'sholom.
Че?
Chas v'sholom. You have to. First of all, you never say she's sick. I'm sick. You never put her on the bus, under the bus. You the sick, the kids are sick. This, that. My foot hurts. My pinky, ingrown nail. This, that. Whatever it is, you put yourself under the bus. But you eventually have to tell the father, the mother, whoever's bothering the wife, you gotta stand there like it's you. We don't feel that, it's you. This morning in the morning class we said what? It's one soul that Hashem separated in two. I know. She doesn't look like you. I didn't know her for these many years. She's not part of my family, this and that. She's more closer to you than any of your family members. Because she's part of you. Your mother, out. Father, no problem. Her,
Very hard to
you are gonna pay dearly if you're not gonna make her happy. You have to respect your parents. You don't have to make them happy. You have to be like a clown. You don't have to. Your wife, you must be like a clown.
You know what I feel though? What a lack of hakarat tov to the
Again.
people that raised you.
Again,
It's like
hakarat
a
hatov.
very-
See, you're saying hakarat. Did I say to be ungrateful?
but it
Just
seems that
because
way in the moment.
you don't go to the house, it doesn't mean ungrateful. Send him $1,000 check. Say this is for you guys. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Mom, Dad, here's whatever you wanna. Leave me alone. You gotta first do hakarat
Visit
hatov.
another time.
What?
Find another time to visit them.
I understand. She doesn't want to visit them at all.
Oh, you go by yourself.
Okay, very good. Now,
Еще хуже будет.
listen to me. Who do you give hakarat hatov?
Чё там
A person
I'm
who
going to Mincha. You go to your mom's house.
a person who made you a person. First of all, the Gemara says, you don't have no wife, you're not a human being. You're not a full person. So you gotta be hakarat hatov to her that she gave you kids. Hakarat hatov that she's your woman who does not let you sin. She's there available for you at any time. Besides, she cooks for you, she cleans for you, she does the laundry for you, this, that. Who said she has to do that? Where does it say it's have to do
You can
that?
never eat there.
Well, willingly, it's not.
But many men, she said, I don't want to do it. Well, I don't want to do it. Let's go. You told me I didn't marry a maid. You maladets. But many men think they married a maid.
I like to work smart. My wife likes to work hard. If she
Very
wants
good.
to do dishes, I'll do dishes. I'll put it in the dishwasher. She doesn't like to wash it.
Very good.
$1,000 dish rack.
He's the mujik right there. He says, at this point, sorry. Oh, right. So nothing must distract, right?
Wait, let's clarify one point.
Yes.
We're not supposed to, if she says, let's go to like a mixed party or something.
Yes. No. You don't go. But you tell her it's halakhically not.
Right, so-
Sweetie, let's ask the rabbi. If the rabbi says go, go. Like my situation, right? I want to go on a cruise. I said, what? Cruise? No. Kashrut problems, bikinis, this and that. We can't go. She said, let's ask the rabbi. She said, Rabbi, I want to go to the cruise. I said, cruise? My rabbi is against cruises. So whatever is this, that, right? So I'm thinking like this.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah. I come to the class in the morning. He goes, Avram, yeah, pack your bags. I said, why? He goes, you're going on a cruise. I said, what? Rabbi, you sure? I said, Rabbi, huh? He said, your wife needs a cruise with you.
Все.
Yeah, because you're in the reparation stage.
Все.
This was 4 months ago. Huh? No. Baruch Hashem he
You
knew.
can find a
He knew.
cruise
It was Alaska. It was very cold there. Very cold. We had to. Yeah. It was Alaska in August.
Whale watching.
In August. Yeah. We at one point we were like, yeah, it was freezing, but it was beautiful by the way. Huh? That was a great vacation. One of the best vacations I've had.
Trying to go where the sun is to get.
There was sun there. You just can't suntan. You know?
No someday.
But if
No.
your wife is on the same religious level of you, you're not calling your rabbi.
No,
You're not
I get-
listening to your rabbi.
this cruise thing, this cruise thing was a shayla, was a question. You know, but Baruch Hashem, it was good.
A lot of women are not as religious as the
You're right, but you always have to have a rabbi. You have to have a third party who's like a
Intermediary.
exactly. You must. Everybody has to have one. You have to say, sweetie, you know, let's make this man, this rabbi, this one, our intermediary. We have an argument. We go up, stop. Before the argument, everybody should be like, 1 second. Let's call the rabbi. Let's call this third party. Yeah, we have an argument about this.
They're too busy.
Huh?
They never answer your calls.
Oh no, they'll answer. You tell them, listen, you know, sometimes I have issues, and yeah, they'll answer. Yeah, you give them a little donation, they'll answer very nicely.
Subscription rabbi.
Okay, he says, Hashem instilled in the woman. Listen to this: the burning desire to be on the highest rung of her husband's priorities. The Torah says in Bereshit, you shall desire your man, and he shall govern you. The Torah says that. You know what that means? That means it's included in every single woman. That what? He's gonna govern you. That's what she wants. But when you're a man, and when you give her the respect that she needs, you hear? Meaning that a husband governs his wife's moods. She can attain genuine happiness only through him, through his attention, through his love, through his respect for her. She's therefore totally dependent on him. Totally dependent on him. You know what that is? Hashem created the woman to be totally dependent on us. And what do we say? No, let her start. Let her make me happy. Why? She should know that when I'm in a bad mood, she should make me happy. That's what many guys say. Yeah? What did you say the other day? You said, she should know my attitude. Keep her mouth shut.
Who do you fall back on if not your wife?
What? You fall back on you. Who does the captain in the army fall back on? Who does the general, right? He's going out. He's got his soldier, right?
Falls back on the president.
What president?
Yeah, his
The
strategy.
president is.
Okay, who's the president fall back on? Nobody.
Vice president.
So
Just in case
no.
the president dies,
Any president, we're not Joe Biden. Joe Biden was the one who's falling on everybody. Trump, he's not falling on anybody. Yeah. So that's what she thinks. You forget about Trump. David Amelech. She thinks you're God. You understand? Yeah. For her, let me tell you something. For a wife,
It's a one-way street.
you are better than God. She doesn't understand. She's obsessed. She's upset. She doesn't understand.
Do the tango.
That's why she doesn't have Torah. She doesn't have to learn. No minyan, no this. Because Hashem knows she is obsessed about this man and she wants to do everything for him. When?
So a lot of women get divorced and they go off to there.
Yes.
Because the
100%.
man she's obsessed with is not giving her back.
Exactly. And therefore she just goes off completely. Crazy off. Yeah, he says like this. You shall desire the man, right? She can attain genuine happiness only through him. Why did Hashem instill a woman the dependence on her husband? Why did he do that? First, since Chava tempted Adam, huh?
They don't think logically.
One second. But why didn't he make him think logically? It would have been so much better. We wouldn't have all this,
More
shalom
logic
bayit.
than emotion.
You're right.
Emotion.
He says, since Chava tempted Adam, and as such caused the advent of death in the world, for before she sinned, there was no death. Therefore, all women are compelled to receive their vitality from their husband. For without the husband's attention, the wife's life tastes like death. You hear? Can you imagine that? That's crazy. That's crazy stuff.
So you have to tell us what's commenting or criticizing and what's not.
Oh.
We've been doing this for so long that we just don't know.
Anything
So,
towards her.
Bezat Hashem, I want to compile a list, but I just don't have time. I've been saying to myself, compile a list, but that list won't be
You're
complete.
gonna be too scared. You're gonna be like, wait.
The-
this-
yeah,
this is not-
and that's exactly what you have to
You're
do.
gonna be a mute.
No, Chas v'sholom, you should know that last year I barely spoke to my wife, and apparently I broke her to pieces whenever I did speak. You understand? Now, why? My mouth doesn't stop. You see me, I can talk for an hour or 2 or 3. So that's how I am. But now I know exactly what to say, what not to say, because I already,
Learn the recipe, how much of what.
Yeah, exactly. You understand? So now I talk a lot. We actually have very fine conversations. Before I couldn't talk to her for 2 minutes. Everything was I would say, oh, beautiful flowers. Whoa, fight. I'm like, what did I say? All I said was beautiful flowers.
25 years, were you going on dates?
Yeah.
How did you guys talk then?
We didn't basically.
Just
No.
eating and that's it.
Yeah. It was a lot of watching, around I know all the restaurant decorations and all that.
Gazing around.
Yeah. He says, time and time again, we see that a woman may have almost everything: diamonds, gold, career, success, fame, status, recognition, and more. Yet, if she doesn't have her husband's total love and respect, her life tastes like ashes to her. She has no joy. Nothing can substitute for the ultra VIP treatment she needs from her husband. Crazy stuff. Imagine, some women, they're very wealthy, lawyers, everything, very successful. The husband treats them like garbage and they break down. You're thinking, how? You're a successful woman. Why are you breaking down? You know why? Huh?
At the end of the day,
She's still a woman and she wants the love of this guy. It's not about the money he makes. Almost but no shoot. I want him to talk to me. I told you there was a woman. She tells me he smells and he doesn't take a shower and he this and that. But she goes, but if you only would talk nice to me. Can you believe that? That was great. When I heard that, huh?
It's a strong woman.
That's a strong woman. When I heard that, I was like, wow, it proved this concept time and time again. He says second, that was first, right? What was first is that she created death and Hashem created, he compelled the woman, you're going to be tied to this man, whoever she chooses, correct? You know what's funny? Even the woman by the way, each one of you chose a wife. You think you chose your wife? You're all mistaken. This wife was already predestined to us before we even incepted in the mother's womb. And not only that, if you look at some of the couples, you'd be like, that's crazy. I mean, even if you wanted to, you wouldn't be able to make this couple, together. Like me, I told you many times, right? I hated Israeli. I hated colored hair. I didn't like 5'8". I didn't like 150, 160 pounds. Everything I said no, and I was really
Came through
Ibi Yomayo.
with blessing.
The time, the time that I said to myself, I'm gonna get married. I was like 26, 27 years old. Vdruk, my whole petite, 110 pounds, from New York, this, that. It went like that. Troops! And then all of a sudden I see this woman like, wow, why does she look so amazing? And I don't even know who she is, And next thing you know, 3 days later, I'm like, okay, when are we getting married? I'm thinking, what did you say? 3 days? After 3 dates? I asked her, when are we going to get married here or in Israel? Because she was from Israel, right? And I'm thinking, yo, what's wrong with you? I'm talking to myself, yeah? I flew after a month to Israel. 12 hours on the plane. I'm thinking, Avrom, ti normalny, čo s tebou? Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? You're on an El Al plane going to Israel. Are you okay? I mean, you said you're not going to marry Israeli. I'm talking to myself, yeah? That they all were shocked. No, because they know I'm not like that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a very calculated person. I know what I want. I'm grounded. I'm this. I'm that. Everything was like, here I am, cloud 9. I'm getting married. To who? Israeli. What? Are you crazy? You told us, all my friends, Turak, you told us don't marry Israeli.
Call it love struck.
Why? Hashem says like this. Pow! Boom. Ponil. That's mine. That's it.
Keep it shut.
You have multiple bisharas.
And no, the first one is your ultimate one. You should know. It didn't say it's the best one. It doesn't say it's the best one. No, that's your ultimate one. That's the one where you are gonna do the highest tikkun. The highest tikkun you're gonna do with her. If you chicken out, and you go, then it's a different tikkun and whatever. But Hashem knows who's strong and who's gonna stay.
Faces change, but lessons don't.
Exactly, if not worse. Yeah, you're gonna have the same challenges. But the first one, it's not about that she's the best, not the best. Yeah, she has a lot of issues, but Hashem
bring
said
the best out of you.
exactly. She with all those, difficulties and whatever, She's bringing the best out of you. It's mamash a gym. Yeah, in a gym we go, if we went to the gym, by the way, and we saw only 5 pound, 10 pound weights, we'd be like, what kind of gym is this? Right? Who he's looking max 5 pounds, max 10 pounds. Like, what kind of stupid gym is
Women
this?
over here.
No, I mean not even a woman. Women now are picking up more than that. You would never ever stay in that gym. Never ever. What comes to a wife, what are we looking for? We want вообще 1 pound gym. You're not gonna enjoy. It's not gonna be, We need that challenge. And Hashem knows that we need that challenge. Secondly, Adam was created with immortal powers. His sin reduced him to the level of a mere mortal, right? Meaning he was not supposed to die. He became that he's going to die. Therefore, all men are compelled to reduce their own self-importance by caring for their wives before they care for themselves. This includes giving her empathy, sympathy, understanding, and listening ear. It also means sacrificing his own desires for her desires. You hear? You see what he says? He says, you, as a man, have to sacrifice your desires. I don't want to go there. She wants to go there. Go. You hear? He says, as well as respecting her, protecting her, and always siding with her against everyone else. Where's that, my friend? My friend, everyone else.
Even though she's wrong?
He didn't say, except your parents, except your sisters, brothers. He says, you have to protect her and side with her against everyone else. The need for a husband to give so much to his wife provides the husband with the necessary soul correction, namely, uprooting arrogance. That's the bottom line.
Even though she's wrong?
Yes.
Why does she disrespect
You know why?
your parents?
Uprooting arrogance. She will never disrespect your parents if they don't disrespect her first. Any normal people, like for instance, right now, if I disrespect one of you, you're gonna mamash disrespect me. But if I don't, would you go? I mean, you'd have to be nuts to disrespect me. Why? I'm treating you nicely. You hear? He says, uprooting arrogance and his inherent tendency to care for himself first. On an esoteric level, this is also a correction of Adam's sin. You hear? We are very selfish people. We men, very selfish. Extremely. Very selfish. You're the biggest selfish person here, you should know. Yeah. You. The biggest one. I could see it.
Everything
Don't tell me. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I'm also one of those. Very selfish. And therefore we should know. He says, by subjugating his will to her will, the husband eradicates the blemish of the heretical attitude of my mighty hand. How many of us right now is going to say, business, I own a barbershop, I own a jewelry store, I'm a big real estate guy, I'm a this, I'm a that, yeah. Who are you? You're a worm, my friend. Mañana you're going to be in the grave, worms are going to eat you. We all have to understand one thing. Everything we have, zero from our side. I remember when my brothers and I were starting, you should know, we lived in an old lady's house for 3 months. We were kicked out of our sublet apartment. We paid our rent, everything, but we didn't know. We were off the boat, this and that. We ended up that they took us to court. They said, you got to get out of the house. We're thinking some kind of joke, but we're still paying like idiots. Wednesday comes the marshal, says, listen, tomorrow we're going to padlock the house. You got to leave. We're like, oh, damn, this is really serious stuff. So what happens? My mother's downstairs crying, 105-24, 60-second drive. And she's crying. Some old lady comes from across the street. It's like, Dochinka, why are you crying? She's like, no, tell me, why are you crying? She goes, now we're being evicted from there. Tomorrow we have to, they're going to padlock, and I got 3 kids. I mean, we have relatives. Just one can sleep there, one can sleep there. She takes out keys from her pocket. She's like, that's it? Puts it in my mother's hand, and she leaves. She told us 7 whatever. My mother's looking at the keys. She's like, she goes, go ask her what's the apartment. I run. I said, Babula, what apartment? So she said 7 something. I remember it was the 7th floor. I don't remember. Me and my mom go upstairs. We open the door. We see 1-bedroom apartment. She lives there. We're like, okay. I mean, we had nothing to do, right? So what did we do? We packed everything up and we came into the apartment and we're sitting. My mother, me, 7 o'clock. She opens the door. Ibi Beloton Giram, Ibi Bosheton. She starts with the Bukhari and praises. 3 months we lived with her. Me, my two brothers were in the room with her, and my parents were in the living room on the floor. And like that, we lived with this lady, strange lady, for 3 months. Took us in her own apartment. I have right now a basement. If my cousin was apartmentless, I'd be like, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I would give him the
Shalom
basement.
bayit down Bishop.
Exactly. I would be worried. Shalom Bay, what else? She didn't have a husband. I think she got divorced or whatever. But when we started our business with zero, didn't have much money, didn't have anything. We started business. And as we started growing, you know what I was always saying? It's all Hashem. It's all Hashem. Guys, it's all Hashem. None of it is ours. Why? What did we know? We didn't know zero. We knew zero. You hear? And like this, all Hashem, till this day I say, Hashem, it's all you. Not me. And every one of us. Huh?
I used to say that. I read this book.
Very good. Oh, it's not in this book, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Falls,
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I know that. But inside, keep
Why?
back.
Why?
I'm battling with myself.
Why?
You gotta tell you, everything's from
But
God.
it is from God.
No, but that's a challenge. You have to
Listen,
develop that,
if he wants,
realization.
you should know. If he wants, check, you lose everything. I know a guy, Canal Street. This guy was
Talking
everything.
about the wife.
One second. First, you gotta know this: that everything is from Hashem,
But let me ask you something.
and including the wife is from Hashem, and He's constantly testing us. So why can we say business is from Hashem and the wife is not from Hashem?
It is.
No. So if it's from Hashem, how could I even open my mouth? How could I even have a complaint against her? Have a complaint against God? We all should do like this.
Same outlook. Why?
Because you see, he made her to be dependent on him. By the way, you're not dependent on her. What's the proof? You can have 4, 5, 6, 7 wives. She cannot have more than one husband. Why? Because she's
Zona.
obsessed. What? No.
It's gonna be Zona.
She's obsessed with you. It's an obsession she has only
I
with
got
you
you.
because that obsession Hashem put it into
You
her.
married her. You love her. I'm not going seeking other women.
My friend,
I married you.
you
You're number one.
don't love your wife.
No, that's
You
not
don't love your wife. You got used to her. Maybe she makes you feel good. She cooks for you. You don't love your wife. I can tell you that.
I can't live without her.
Because you could live without her. I'll show you some other
promise
woman.
I can.
You'll be like, oh my God.
She makes
Why?
me the laziest man.
Baruch Hashem. So I should give you right now lashes for treating her this way you do.
Now, but
Lashes.
Rather her. I'm an understanding person. I know we have kids. I know the house can't always 24/7 be spotless.
We don't need spotless. We
Or
need
hot food can't always be
emotional
okay.
spotless. You know what? Forget about what your wife does.
But
You
she
gotta
complains
watch.
about it. So
No,
I do
no,
it.
no,
Let me
no.
ask you a
The
question.
reason why she complains is because she doesn't get the emotional needs that she needs, and she's not number one.
So what's the emotional need?
You did not put her number one yet. If you're gonna take her to your father's house this Shabbat, she's not number one. And if you're gonna take her next Shabbat, she's not number one. And if you're gonna take her the following Shabbat, she's not number one. Yes. Yes. What? You don't need to, because Hashem didn't say you have to be number one. Why? Because you could have 5 wives. She has to be number one.
Technically speaking,
You're a
you
man.
can't
You
have
don't
five
need to be
wives.
number one. You're number one. That's it. There's no one. In her eyes, you are number one. Why? Because she can't go to anywhere else. You can go somewhere. You can take another wife legally, officially. Right? Officially, let's say. We're not talking about, doing stupidities. But we don't do that nowadays, right? Just to put. We're not, huh?
No rabbi is going to officiate a wedding, second or third wife.
What are you talking about?
nowadays.
Rav Kaduri had 3 wives, officially.
How long ago was this?
Recently. He died about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. Rav Kaduri.
But we're not meant to.
I get, you're right. But what I'm trying to tell you, in the woman's mind, you are number one for her. Why? Because she's obsessed with you. This was a powerful statement this morning. It hit me like a stone this morning. You understand? Each one of us has to understand that she's obsessed with you. And therefore, any word you say to her is an affront to her obsession.
They don't act like that.
You got to make them act like that.
Because they're scanning for the slightest thing.
Yeah.
You're rejecting them.
Yeah.
It's a
My daughter's
defense
also obsessed with me,
mechanism.
but if she's wrong,
Okay, she's not your daughter. Your wife is not your daughter. And you know what? For your mother-in-law, your wife is not a daughter-in-law. She's a guest for your mother. You hear? And we have to treat our daughter-in-laws like a guest. If she wants to get up, Chazaku Baruch. If she doesn't want to get up, Chazaku Baruch. Yeah, we mentioned that before in the morning class. But let's see the second thing, yeah? So what's this thing? It says we have to uproot. And when are we going to uproot? In front of her, if we say, okay, Johnny, come on. I don't want to argue because I know you're obsessed. You don't tell her that. But I know you're obsessed, so therefore I'm going to put my gava down. And Hashem says, when you put your gava down, you have completed the soul correction of Adam's sin. Why? Because now I know you can put yourself down in front of me. But if you're going to maintain your gava in front of her, yes, you're right. I didn't say you're wrong. Yes, she's wrong. But you know what? Put your thing down. Make her happy because she's upset with you. By the way, she'll never bash you. She will never bash you if you respect her. It's impossible. I will bet money with you. Impossible. But I'm going to have a camera on you. And I'm going to say, up, you just bashed her. Up, you just bashed her. Up, you just bashed her. Yeah? Every time. Oh, you just gave her a face. You hear what he said right now? Facial expression.
You have to keep your mouth shut. Now you have to figure it out internally.
Listen, it's going to all come to you very nicely once you're going to put in your mind that what? This is my responsibility. I'm responsible for this wife and these children. Me, I'm responsible.
I'm doing my due diligence.
Again, the due diligence is not money, not the house. It's emotional satisfaction. We're losing our children. Do you know why? Because our children are not having emotional satisfaction. They're emotionally drained.
How do you emotionally?
That's another class. That's the class Rabbi Israel's teaching. You got to make your children number one also.
So you're giving the tools, but we don't know how to, it's like giving me the keys to the car, but I don't have a license yet.
First, you understand this concept. You do not fight with it. You internalize it. And every day you got to listen to the class. Here, this guy, every single day. I'm surprised how he still comes. Maladetz. I have to give him a little certificate of honor. No, really. He has things to do. Has an office to run, this and that. 10 o'clock, he's there listening. Why? He knows this is vital. This is... Yeah? This is what gives him the life. This is what's creating the shalom. You want to talk to him. Yeah? He went through this. By the way, he went through the ones before that didn't use this method. Guess what? Time and time, problems again. He gives you the solution, saying, my friend.
You're the only one that knows this. So many other.
Again, I'm not the only one. I'm just because there's many people that know about the book, but because I went through this stupidity for 25 years, and I'm so upset that nobody was able to help me. Nobody was able to help me. And again, I'm going to say nobody was able to help me, and I tried helping myself through this thing, and you see, I'm trying to drill it into your heads, right? Who drilled it into my head? Can you imagine? I had to be my own teacher and saying to myself, this like this and like this and like that. You guys are fighting against me, right? You say, but what about this? What about? No, I'm saying, who had to fight with me? With myself? I'd be like, I can't be. Yeah. Because when I realized that it's all in my hands, you know what I said? I'm gonna do it. It's like you tell me, you know what? Behind that closet is $1 billion. Try to get it. And he's telling you, by the way, you know how to get it? You open this thing with this key, and you do this, and you must do that, and you do this, and you get the $1 billion. Like, okay. So I follow the manual. You must shut your mouth, never comment. Okay, I got that. You must put her number one, and she's yours. Okay, I got that.
That's $1 million question. What's a comment and what's not?
Oh, so that's called trial. That's called trial.
You start realizing.
Oh, you start realizing. Telling your wife she doesn't know what to do with the kid, that's a comment.
No,
telling the that's not common sense. I have people telling her that. And I want to take a bat and smash his head. But I tell him nicely. I said, listen, please don't do that. Please, you can't say that. Telling you, your mother's this, your father's an alcoholic, your sister's like that.
You're looking for a fight. That's obvious.
No, you know why? Because he wants to tell her, or she wants to tell him certain things, and he gives her back, you gotta what? You'll know what's ticking her off, what's not. Firstly, in the beginning,
it's also common sense that we know how she's gonna react.
And we still do it.
We say certain things and we still
Yeah.
There we also don't have
I had one guy, I'm on the phone with him. I'm telling him, listen, can you shut your mouth? And no, he's still gotta go at it. He's still got to tell her this. knowing that that's gonna hurt her, right? But he's feeling good. Why? I got back at her. I got it out.
Yes, right.
What are you doing? What? But it's gonna cost
You're
you.
making her feel that was the way you felt. Taste of her own medicine.
No. So
That's revenge.
then that's you close the book and you suffer more. You suffer more. And then you get divorced, harborin, forget about your kids. The kids that you thought were all crazy about you, no, hate you. Why? She said, yo, this guy, he's a deadbeat. He's no good.
She could do Nazlo.
Yes.
No.
Why? Because you had the keys and you didn't know how to use the keys. You had the keys, you had the power, and you did not know how to use the power. Now she's going to do Nazlo, put everything on top of your head. And what you going to do? She's no good, she's no good, she's no good. Never will you say, I was no good. I was no good. 25 years, I was no good. So people say to me, what do you mean? Well, you couldn't have been that terrible. I was a tyrant. If she wasn't happy, I was a tyrant.
А теперь твоей жене надо учить их.
Words here and there.
Huh?
Don't do like this, don't do like that.
What was that?
Because you gave her a few words, like don't do like this, don't do like
It
that.
wasn't a few words. It was probably millions of words. You know? And by the way, all nice. I'm not one of those.
What's wrong with that?
Oh,
But you're a partner. You're supposed to help each
welcome
other
to
out.
the book. This guy. Welcome to the. You
not
just.
looking for a teacher.
Yeah.
Tell me something
You
wrong.
just.
You,
So
my wife, correct me.
okay, I'll give
I
you
wouldn't
one more
embarrass my
example.
family.
Then we're gonna do Aravit. When my first boy was born, you know what I said to myself? Yo. I wasn't religious at this point, and I said, "Wow, I'm here from 1979. I did the whole, public school system. I did the whole college system with the freshman weekends and with the you name it, and it was all there. So I said, I don't want my son to be like me, even though I was a good guy. But I said, he might fall and be in the wrong hands, God forbid some Colombian girl, gets him and I'm finished. As you know, many people fall and they're married to Goyot right now. Why? Because Woodpecker got happy and that's it, finished, right?
Knocked her up.
So I said to myself, you know what? From today on, he was about, 2-3 years old, I'm going to become religious. Why? Because I have to show him that I'm a fine man and Bezrat Hashem,
Lead by example.
Oh, why can't we do that with the wife? That's what the wife wants. Lead by example. And if you're telling me she's bashing me, you know what that means? You bashing her. And if you're telling me she's disrespecting me, guess what? You're disrespecting
The
her.
religious men, they're leading by
The most religious men are the biggest bashers. That was me. I was a very religious guy. At one point, I thought I was talking to Hashem in Atzilut, Biriyah, Yitzirah, whatever. And meanwhile, I was the worst husband in the world. And I used to go to the rabbi as a rabbi. What's wrong with my wife? She's a little bit nuts. I mean, you see me, right? Atzilut, Yitzirah, waking up 4:30 in the morning. We used to have a morning call out 4:30 in the morning every day. Yeah, no joke. No joke.
What did Rabbi say?
Rabbi said my wife is devoneh. He said your wife is bipolar,
Okay.
and I believed it. Guess what? No bipolar. I was bipolar because I thought I was the tzaddik yisod olam, and my wife is nobody. Yeah, because she saw me getting up 4:30 in the morning, going over there, She saw me in the business and whatever. She saw me going cold all day, and I heard the screams. What are you doing? Where am I? Yeah, shut up! You don't know what you're doing. I'm doing Torah. Why? You know what shashlik is? If I didn't improve myself, that's what I've been. Shashlik. Hashem would have been shashliking me. Like they do the Korban Pesach, they put it whole with everything, right? Like that, shashlik, completely. Yeah. But I said no. I'm a man. I made a mistake. I'm gonna fix my mistake, and I'm gonna prove it that I'm a good husband. And I'm still trying. Bezat Hashem soon. Once a year passes, we're gonna make a whole big party. We're gonna have a whole, husband and wife get together, separate tables, whatever, huh? No, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna celebrate the fact that, alumni, yeah. By the way, we never graduate. We never, We never graduate. We're gonna work on this constantly because the minute we think we graduate, guess
Я
what?
Авраама класс закончил.
No, many of the people who were back in college have no idea what's flying right now about they're just doing their pharmacy and whatever. They forgot about all that stuff.
I have a friend who's very quiet. He's very nonchalant, careless type of person.
Yeah?
But his
Amcam
wife,
diye obicim.
rarely, but her father's also a Cohen. She's a Bob Cohen. Not anymore. And she, in front of her friends, stupid. I don't say anything, but when I walk out, God forbid, if my wife ever spoke to me in front of
This
people, thank God she
man,
doesn't.
this man, you
But he's
don't know.
quiet.
You don't know how he is behind closed doors. All this quiet,
I
Mike.
know him since he was 13 years
I
old.
told you, I saw a guy. I thought it was Eliyahu Hanavi. I thought he was Eliyahu Hanavi. You know what? You know what he did to his wife? Neglected her. He goes through all the shoes, those chesed, like you don't know what. You know what I tell him? I said, you're gonna burn in hell. He said, what? Why? I'm telling you, look at him. You're gonna think 5 years, no relations with his wife. He sleeps in a basement. 5 years. He doesn't give her a divorce. She wants a divorce. Nothing. She doesn't want. That's the lady that told me, hello, my Shalom Bayit is perfect. Put the phone down on me. Yes. Sadiq Yisod Olam. Probably goes to the mikveh every day. She said that to me.
Saying basically this is a dead guy.
Yeah, dead guy. So don't tell me religious, quiet, this guy, whatever. No, not you. You telling me. Oh, because she says, I don't need help from anybody. I was going to help her. You understand? So Bezat Hashem, we're going to continue next week. But guys, please, every day there's a lesson that goes onto the chat. Listen to those things. Put it on your earpods, Try to regurgitate it. Yeah, because it's very important that we know every day we listen to this, that it becomes second nature to us. That when we're in a situation where our wife gives us the bop, we stand like a man and don't break down. Don't go crazy. Don't have these facial features that she's very afraid of. Why? Because she's so passionately obsessed with you that she doesn't want to hear anything. And forget about seeing some. Slightest rejection kills her. Once we understand this, we have a beautiful wife and we have a beautiful life. You know why? Because everybody's happy. And she continues obsessing with you. And now she starts doing whatever you want. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen.